So let's talk about planning your strategy now. Why do you need to plan your strategy first, right? It's a robot, isn't it supposed to do all the same? Well, the fact is, uh, at the beginning, in the introduction video, I told you that all you would have to do is change one number, right? Every Friday, every weekend. So that number is the new quantity here. That's the number. So we all different person. We don't have the same amount of money. We don't have the same goal. We don't have the same age. We don't have the same needs, but we all need money. So you need to make your own personal strategy depending on what you want. And that's why I created an Excel sheet that I call the planner, where you can plan all your things. Okay, so as I said before, now we will compound the interest and we're going to minimize our maximum risk, as I said before as well. So let's begin by the beginning and see if we are on the same page with the test that we did before. So what I'm going to do for now, and I'll show you the sheet a little bit later, but for now, let's start like this. I'm going to click here, that's 2017. My maximum risk, I'm going to put it like on the test at 44.68%. Click enter. My whole year has been changed. I'm starting with 10,000 bucks. So we're good. We're in the same condition than what we did during the test. So it's giving us New Zealand's again, Japanese yen, 36.18, 59.52, 28.08. Let's go on 17 January 13.18, 59.52, 28.08. So that means that we're starting at the same point than all our tests. Now, I told you that we could minimize the risk. So the risk, this column here, maximum risk, and there's one column like this for every year, okay, is the maximum risk of if something happened twice every 10 years, right? So I'm going to take that risk and bring it down. Instead of 44.68, I'm going to bring it down to 25%. Great. So obviously, the less risk you take, well, it's less risky, it's safer, but you're going to do less profit as well. Anyway, that's your choice. So each table is 1 year. I based them on 2017, 18, and 19 results. And it's the same for year 4, 5, and 6. Okay, why did I do that? Let's take a look at this. First of all, there's the most recent years, right? That's a good point. Then the second reason, if you take a look, you got 27 grand, 34 grand, 32 grand. When we had some 74 grand, 44, 54. So those are not our biggest years. That means I underestimate my result, which is totally great. That's what we want. Because if we plan a strategy, we want to make a plan that we're almost sure it's going to happen. Okay, so that's it for that. Then, all you can change, when you take a look at this screen, maybe it can look, complicated, but in fact it's not. So all you can change is the orange stuff. Okay, so you can change the maximum risk, the money you have in your account at the beginning, and this column is for deposit and withdrawal. All right. Here you have the result for every pair net. So I removed once again the Forex broker commission or commissions. And now we're going to remove the income taxes. How are we going to do that? We're going to click on taxes here. Let's say you want to remove 40% for taxes purposes, put 40. If for some reason the button doesn't work, you just change that number here on B16. Change it for what you want. All right, so what will the tax do? At the end of the year one, you got $46,310. And at the beginning of year two, you're beginning with $31,786. Why? Because you paid 40% of taxes. But in fact, in Canada, this is not really true. Why? Because you're going to pay your income tax in April. So it means it shouldn't be removed in January, it should be removed in April. Because you could have done interest on the income tax you're going to pay for 4 more months. So once again, I underestimate my results, which is good. That's what we want. All right. I also told you in the first video that we had an average of 250% per year. Well, you see, I started with $10,000. I didn't put the same maximum risk then in the test. And here's my return on investment. 363, 425, 283, 382, 430, 284. Even if I removed the income tax. So I wasn't lying. It's even a lot better than what I said. And that's the way I like it. All right. So now, what about the maximum risk? Okay, you're gonna have to work with that sheet a lot to understand it and do different scenarios to find the one that you're comfortable with. I don't know your situation. If you're young, maybe you can take more risk. If you're older, then you want less risk. You know, everybody's different. So let's do a scenario. Let's start with the scenario that I'm ready to invest $10,000 today. And I don't want to take any money from my Forex account for the next 2 years. But at the beginning of the third year, I want to be able to take $1,000 a week. So I'm going to put a withdrawal of $4,000 a week. It's $4,333 a month. All right, so let's start there. Okay, as you can see, all the math are being adjusted automatically. Okay, the following year, well, you know what? I want to take a little bit more. Let's see, $6,000 a month. Okay, perfect. The following year, $10,000 a month. Why not? And that year, same thing. All right. So I entered my withdrawal. I did put my money at the beginning, and I have my risk. If I do that, you see, it's telling me that that year I took roughly 52 grand out. It's $1,000 a week. That year I took 72 grand. That year 120. That year 120. Okay, perfect. And even if I did that, now my $10,000 after year 6 worth $6,261,000. Okay. Let's say that's too much. If I can only withdraw all that money and have a good chunk of money in my account, but I don't need 6 million. So may I take less risk? Okay, let's give it a try. So we're going to change the risk here for 20%. Oh, 3 million instead. Change that one to 20%. Do I still have more money at the end of the year? I started at 25. I finished at 97. That's good. So let's change that one for 20%. Oops, you see here we have a red one. And here all this appears. So that doesn't work. Okay, so maybe I should let this one at 25%. Maybe I can bring this one, this one down to 22, then 20. Then can I change this one for 20? Yes, there's no red. After that, can I bring it down to 18? Yes, it works. There's no red. And the last one at 18. It works. So you see, my risk went down from 25, 22, 20, 20, 18, and 18. So my risk went down. I took all my money I wanted, and I still have 600,000 bucks in my account. So if you're happy with that scenario, then that's fine. That means the number to enter in your robot is 0.13 right here. Once you're happy with your scenario, you go into quantity. That's what you need to enter in the robot. If you put 10,000 bucks, you put 0.13. Okay, let's say I put 5,000. Of course, everything is coming red. We knew that. But you say, okay, I could deposit 5 grand today, and after that, I could put 500 bucks a month for the next 4 months. You see? Oops, sorry. I did put 5,000 instead of 500, 500, 500. Okay, that's not enough. Let's keep going. Well, if you're not happy about that, okay, you say after that, I can't put any more 500 bucks. Okay, can I put 27%? Well, that's getting a lot better. Then this one, maybe I can change it for 24, and then we're good. And at the end, instead of having $600,000, you got 75. But it works at 5,000. You see that what I'm doing? I'm playing with the money I deposit at the beginning, the deposit and withdrawal at each month, and my risk percentage. And never forget that that risk, what does that number means? It means that twice every 10 years, I'm going to lose 27% of my account for a short period of time. That's what it means. It won't happen every year. That's for sure. Okay, another thing you can do is, okay, can I put 7,500? Then I got a million in the bank account after 6 years. Then maybe I could forget these deposit. Still works. At 7,500, it still works. I can take all the money, but I'm having $285,000 in my account at the end. If you're happy with that, once you get the scenario you like, you just put the money in your Forex account. Here's the number 0.11 you need to enter in the robot. So that calculator is pretty straightforward. All right, and even though we all have the same robot, we won't do all the same money. Why? Because of how much money you put, the risk percentage you accept, the deposit and withdrawal you do. But we all gonna do money. All right, so that was the first part. Now, the second part is I told you every weekend you need to change one number. So let's talk about that number. First of all, the Forex closed Eastern Standard Time. So if you're elsewhere in the world, then you gotta check it out by yourself. So roughly 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Forex is closed and it reopens on Sundays between 4 and 6 p.m. depending if we're on, kind of hours we're at. So, and during that time, here's what you're gonna do. So I'm gonna start with 10,000 to respect my example. Okay, so you put 10,000, okay, and you expect that you're gonna do 5,600 bucks in the first month, roughly. All right, so after 1 week, you go on a weekend. What you do, you check your account balance. Am I over 15,637? No, don't change the quantity. Week number 2, you check, are you over? No, don't change the quantity. Week number 3, are you over? Yes. Okay, what's the number? Let's say you are at 16,500. Okay, so basically you need to add what you're gonna do. You want that number here to say 16,500. So you're gonna do a deposit of 863 if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, exactly. So now that number, it reflects what is in your account. That means the new quantity to enter is 0.24. So you're going to change the quantity in your robot for 0.24. That's it. And let's say that the following week, your account balance is below what it was. You don't change the quantity. Just don't change it. Leave it like this. Quantities are only going up. So then your next target is 16,500. You let it at 0.25. Let's say you're at 1,700. 17,000, sorry. $1,700, the quantity is 0.25. And so on and so on. So with time, what's going to happen? Here's what's going to happen. For example, I'm putting stuff, for example. You see I have 6 months that it went quite well. I was supposed to begin to withdraw my money here, but now my question here is, could I begin earlier? Because it went well. That works. There's no red, there's no pink. That works too. That works as well. So now that means because you had good results, you can begin to withdraw your money 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months earlier than you expected. That's good. Or the other thing you can do is, no, I'm going to begin to withdraw my money only there. Can I lower my risk? Okay, maybe I can lower my risk to 25% right now. There's no red yet. 25. Okay, here maybe I can put 22, and there's no red. That works. Maybe here I can put 18 instead. Just give it a try. Still works. That's good. Can I change this one for 18? Still working. Because you had 6 good months. Even though you had a loss here, you see, it works. So that's how you're going to do it. So it means that it's even going to go faster than you think, because in this Excel sheet, I'm compounding the interest every month, but you will do it every week. So that's pretty good. That's really good. Now let's go to the video about Forex Broker.